Good afternoon, class. How are you all? By the way, ako yung temporary teacher nyo sa community engagement, solidarity, and citizenship. So, what we're going to discuss today is some overview of the introduction about the community engagement, solidarity, and citizenship. So we will cover weeks 1 and 2 para sa ating lesson ngayon. Now, let's start. So our learning objectives, syempre discuss natin yung nature ng community, yung relationship between the applied social sciences and community dynamics. Okay? At saka yung future plans ninyo. Yung mga careers na po pwede nyong maging trabaho kapag kayo ay nasa larangan ng HumSS. Okay? Yung week 2 naman, ano ang ating matututunan sa week 2? Yung community na in relation with different institutions. Okay? At sa ibang field. Okay? So, yan yung itatakal natin today. Now, so week 1, the importance of studying community dynamics and community action in relation to applied social sciences and the learner's future career options. Okay? So, what is community? Okay? Community, it is the English language word community. It is derived from the Old French community, or currently communaute, which comes from the Latin communitas, or community, or public spirit, di ba? Doon pa lang sa narinig yung public spirit, nagkakaroon na kayo ng magandang idea or concept patungkol sa community, public spirit. Now, human communities may share intent, belief, resources, preferences, needs, and risks in common, affecting the identity of the participants and their degree of cohesiveness. So, lagi ninyong maririnig yung tinatawag nating sharing, common interest, diba? May shared belief. Yan, lagi ninyong maririnig yan pagka pinag-uusapan natin ang community. Okay, so nature of community, according to Kathleen McQuaid, no, it is a group of people with diverse characteristics who are linked by social ties, share common perspectives, and engage in joint action in geographical locations or settings. Okay? So, ano ibig sabihin nito? Group daw to ng tao na may iba't iba na characteristics. Okay? Iba-ibang tao yan. Okay? Na may, yung link. Diba? Parang sa chain. Pinagdudugtong-dugtong. No? They are being tied with their common perspectives. Okay? Common interests. Okay? At they are engaged in joint action. Yan, di ba? Now, add to this definition given by the Business Dictionary, which states that a community is a self-organized network of people with common agenda, o common na naman, no? Cause or interest, no? Iisa ang kanilang interest, iisa ang kanilang goal, iisa ang kanilang agenda, or sabihin natin advocacy. Okay? Iisa ang kanilang ideas. Yan. No? So, dito sa ating since may similarity, no, napapatibay ang relasyon ng mga taong nakatira doon. Okay? Di ba? Sabi sa una, no, may iba't ibang village o barangay, no, kahit sila ay iba-iba yung specific location nila. Okay? meron naman silang kani-kanilang mga common interest. Okay, no? Lastly, sabi ni Chavez and Lee, they wrote that a community is both a feeling and a set of relationships among people. Yan nga. Diba? Mayroon silang pare-parehong feeling at yung relationship ay magkakaugnay. No? Lalo kung meron silang sariling interest, sila o napapatibay ang kanilang mga relasyon. Okay. Ito pa, sabi, it is a group of people with diverse characteristics who are linked by social ties, share common perspectives, and engage in joint action in geographical locations or settings. Okay, diverse characteristics daw to. May iba't ibang ugali ang mga tao. Okay? Ayan. So, example natin, di ba? Yung sample natin dun sa may iba't ibang ugali. No? Sabi, you cannot please everybody. No? Meron mga introvert, meron mga extrovert. Okay? At different personalities. Okay? Add to this definition given by the Business Dictionary, which states that a community is a self-organized network of people with common agenda, cause or interests, who collaborate by sharing ideas, information, and other resources. Okay. So, kahit iba-iba ang kanilang mga ugali, iba-iba ang kanilang mga personality, no, they are being tied with a common agenda or interest. Okay? And that's why they collaborate with each other. No, they share their ideas, they share their information, okay? At yung iba't ibang mga resources pa. Lastly, sabi ni Chavez and Lee, it is both a feeling and set of relationships among people. Okay, no? Kung sa isang community, ang mga tao ay nagtutulungan, people helping people when needed. Wala raw community if there is no unity and cooperation or solidarity. So, nagtutulungan ang mga tao sa isang community. Tingnan natin ang community at ang society. No? Akala natin may halos pareho pero may pagkakaiba yan. No? First, yung category ng people. Sa society, it refers to all classes of people. Yan sa society. In community, ang mga tao, mayroong commonalities, may similarities, may shared groups, like your religion, di ba? Merong born again, merong Catholic, merong INC. So, syempre, kung same kayo ng religion, kayo ay may pare-parehong practices, may pare-pareho rin kayong paniniwala. Okay? Kung halimbawa naman kayo ay INC, di ba? Hindi sila kumakain ng dugo or dinuguan. Whereas sa ibang religious community, pwede naman. Okay? In society, regardless of iba-iba ang culture ninyo, okay, yung inyong gender, o kaya naman yung inyong language o iba-iba lahat yan, you are part of the society. Diba? Ibig sabihin, society ay diverse classes of people. Sa community, hindi. In society, although we have different religions na may kanya-kanya paano sila mag-worship, or yung norms or practices nila, may sinusunod tayong isa, like the protocol ngayon ng government sa ating COVID-19. Diba? mayroong kahit na iba-iba yung religious community na kinabibilangan natin, pag sinabi ng gobyerno na hanggang 30% lang ang pwedeng pumasok para mag-attend ng church worship, dapat nating sundin. So, ayan, di ba? Yan yung pagkakaiba nila. Sa size naman, society is bigger and composed of diverse people, and community is smaller at part siya ng society. O, yun. Ganun lang siya kasimple. Okay? Sa traits naman, community is homogeneous or alike. Diba? Share or magkakatulad sila ng interest. Sa society, heterogeneous. It is composed of diverse people, so their practices and norms iba-iba rin. Okay? So, ganyan ang pagkakaiba ng community and society pagdating sa traits. Sa territory naman, society ay group of people with common territory. Okay. And culture, interacting with one another, while ang community ay group of people living in the same place and have particular in common. So sa territory, kahit nakatira ka sa Luzon, sa Visayas o sa Mindanao, meron tayong isang teritoryo which is the Philippine territory. So sa community, may specific place, di ba? May iba-iba tayong barangay, may iba-iba tayong village o subdivision kung saan tayo nakatira. So, yan. Now, these are the peculiar or strange or unusual features of community. It is an aggregation of people, okay, without regards to their demographic accounts and size, where a community is either small or large, is immaterial for the organization of the community. Aggregation, ibig sabihin meron silang isang grupo sila ng mga tao na may common interest. Yan, or common belief, ganyan. Number 2, if it is a national community, the second important element is the definite locality where the members live in. Okay, so meron tayong national community, meron din tayong mga kanya-kanyang locality or specific kung saan tayo nakatira. That still, we are belong to one national community. Okay. Number 3, community sentiment, which is shared by the community members, which pertains to the shared feelings of the people towards any endeavor involving the community in general. So, meron tayong shared feelings, di ba? Sabi nga natin kanina, pag sinabi natin community, lagi natin maririnig, no? Yung mga termino na common, alike, yan, may pagkakapare-pareho, di ba? Shared, ayan, shared feelings, kagaya nito, shared feelings of people towards any endeavor involving the community in general. So kahit iba-iba ang ugali ng tao, meron silang shared feelings na para ang community ay maabot yung ganitong status. Yan. Meron silang parehong endeavor. Okay, involvement. Okay. Naturality, which pertains to the fact that a community is organized as naturally as can be, that it becomes instinctive among the members of the community to come together to form a socio-political aggregation or organization. So sila ay nagsasama-sama na. They form a socio-political aggregation or group. Okay? 5, permanent. It refers to the permanent nature of the aggregation in terms of its existence and the physical location of their territory. A community is not as temporary as a crowd. O diba, kapag may crowd lang dyan na nag-ipon-ipon, maya-maya wala na yan. Okay, pero ang community ay permanent daw siya. Hindi na siya mawawala. Fix na siyang nandyan. Okay, at sila ay, yung existence nila ay, fix na, dire-diretso, tuloy-tuloy na yung existence nila. Okay, similarity has reference to the cultural details historical accounts, and normative standards of behavior, usages, and the like, which are common to the members of the community. Usually, guys, no, may yung sa community may iisa yung kanilang history, yung pinanggaling kasaysayan kung paano silang nabuo. Ayan, di ba? Yan yung meron silang similarity. Kaya pagdating sa culture, okay, iisa lang din. Pagdating sa norms or standard of their practices or behavior, pare-pareho lang din. Kasi historically, iisa sila ng pinanggalingan. Number 7, organize social life, which means that all aspects of the social life of the people are included in the community life. And with this essence, a community is the miniature of the society. So, nagkakaroon na ng organized social life sa community. Lalo kung ang lahat ng tao ay, di ba, nagtutulungan, okay? At they show their means of expressing their endeavors or their goals of the community. So, nagiging organized na sila. Number 8, wider ends, which refers to the different objectives that the community is geared at and not focused in just one end or purpose. So, nagkakaroon na ng kapag mayroong isang community, no, hindi lang sila nag-i-stick sa isang sa isang purpose or sa isang goal. Okay? Nagkakaroon na sila ng iba't ibang mga goals pa. Okay. Kung paano nangyayari yan at paano na isa sa katuparan yan sa mga susunod nating mga topics pagdating dito sa ating subject. Madidiscuss natin yan. Okay? Before we continue, this is the question of the week. Okay? I want you to answer this question on the comment section of this video lesson. Okay? And this is the question: how important is it for you to be part of a community you belong now? And why did you say so? Okay? Sagutan nyo yan ha sa comment section. Gusto kong mabasa yan along with your siyempre class section. Paano section kayo? Okay? Okay, let's continue. Community action. Ano naman tong community action? Diba? Sinasabi nga natin kanina, no? Kakasabi ko lang. Kapag kayo ay they belong to your one community and you share your common goals, hindi mawawala yung tinatawag natin community action, yung pagkilos ng bawat isa o nung every member of the community. So, community action is any activity that increases the understanding, engagement, and empowerment of communities in the design of delivery of local services. Okay? Engagement. Ano yan? Yung kayo ay nagpa-participate sa mga gawaing pang-komunidad. Ayan yun, di ba? Community action. Sometimes called social action or community engagement. So, yan yung community action. Now, the purposes of community action. First is to help and encourage the children and the youth. O, diba? Self-explanatory na to. No? Bakit tayo may community action? Siyempre, para i-encourage natin na lahat ay makibahagi, especially yung ating mga kabataan. At sila ay diba? Mailayo sa tinatawag nating bisyo. Pangalawa, to help and support the marginalized sector. Sino ba itong mga marginalized sector? Ito yung mga mahihirap nating mga kababayan na halos walang boses sa lipunan. Sila ay kagaya ng mga ating mga mangingisda, talagang mahihirap sila. Yung ating mga indigenous people. Ayan, yung mga sektor na talagang na nangangailangan ng tulong ng gobyerno at ng iba't pang mga community. Pangatlo, to invigorate and honor the elderly. Siyempre, di ba? Tayong mga Pilipino, yan ang may pagmamalaki natin sa ating kultura, 'di ba? Yung paggalang natin sa ating mga sa mga matatanda natin, part ng population. Number 4, to strengthen the community as a whole. Okay? Kapag ang bawat isa ay nagpa-participate, kapag ang bawat isa ay may common goal at they do it in a common action or in a community action, no, lalong tumatatag ang community. Okay? Paano tumatatag yan, ang community? Anong naiisip nyo? Siyempre, ang indication niyan class ay yung, tayo ay nakakaranas ng mga delubyo, mga sakuna, mga bagyo, mga lindol. Tayo ay tumatayo pa rin. Yan. At yan ang nagagawa ng community action. Now, the importance of community action. First, community action is about putting communities at the heart of their own local services. Okay? Heart. Ibig sabihin, di ba, nasa kalagitnaan. Ito yung nasa, natin puso't isipan natin ang pagtulong ay yung pagkilos para sa ikauunlad ng ating community. Okay? Building community and social capacity. And yung community resilience. Okay? Ano ba yung ibig sabihin yan? Kakasabi ko lang, no? Kapag tayo ay nakakaranas ng mga iba't ibang sakuna, tayo at tumatayo pa rin. Nakakaranas tayo ng taghirap, kaya tagtuyot, tayo ay gumagawa ng paraan upang malabanan yung tinatawag nating drought. Di ba? Nakakaranas tayo ng pagbaha. Tayo ay gumagawa ng paraan upang malesen yung negative effects ng mga ganitong mga sakuna. So, yan yung community resilience. Okay? Siyempre, guys, no, kung napapanood nyo sa iba't ibang mga, sa TV, di ba? O, for example, yung mga nasa remote areas na ang paniniwala, may mga aswang-aswang pa. Okay? O, ano ginagawa nila? Nagtutulong-tulong sila para masawata or 'di ba mapatay nila yung tinatawag nilang monster. So ganyan, community resilience. Syempre that is the sa mga rural areas 'yan. Pero sa urban syempre medyo tayo rito. Mas iba yung ating pinaggaganapan ng ating community resilience. So community dynamics refers to the forces or properties which stimulate growth, development, or change within a system. Ibig sabihin, basing from this definition, we could deduce that the word dynamics entails vigor, energy, stamina, strength, enthusiasm, and other positive stimulus within the person and beyond him, so as to bring about growth, development, or any welcome change in that person. Ibig sabihin, community dynamics, it is the process of change, pagbabago, in the midst of the people in the community powered by the unequaled vigor and enthusiasm of the same people. Ibig sabihin, nagkakaroon ng pagbabago ang community pero hindi ito negative effect sa mga tao. Okay? Kundi positive effect pa rin, progress kumbaga. Okay? Ang mga tao rito ay willing ng pagbabago at sila ay tinatawag nating nakiki-participate para sa pagbabago. Indicators of the significance of community dynamics. Community dynamics allows the members of the community to think creatively and act strategically, towards the achievement of community set goals. Ang mga tao ay nagiging malikhain. Okay. At maparaan, creative. Yan. Para ma-achieve yung goal. With community dynamics at hand, the quality of living and more vulnerable sectors of the community is alleviated. Napapataas nila yung quality of living ng bawat part of the community. Community dynamics allows the people to develop good insight of how and what they feel about the place they live in. Okay? So nakikilala ng mga taong mas maigi kung ano ang lugar na kung saan sila ay nakatira. Diba? Anong meron doon? Ano ang yaman na meron ang kanilang lugar. Diba? Community action and applied social science. Ayan. Most of the community action programs designed and implemented are related to the task of social workers. Okay? Communication practitioners or teachers or counselors and the like, examples of which are reading programs for the children and the youth, leadership training, and a lot more. Okay? So, naire-relate yung ating community action sa social science, di ba? Kasi ito yung mga nakita nyo yung ginagawa ng mga social workers. Okay? Ina-apply na nila kung ano yung kanilang mga natututunan. It goes without saying that the community action and applied social sciences work together and would provide appropriate training for the would-be graduates of the college programs aligned with applied social sciences. So yung mga nag-aaral ng applied social sciences, nai-apply nila yung kanilang mga natutunan at nai-implement nila sa kanilang mga community. Okay? Kagaya ng ginagawa ng mga yung mga social workers, okay? Kung ano yung mga kung paano sila makakatulong sa mga kabataan, sa women and children. Ayan, di ba? Nagagawa nila. Career choices and community dynamics and community action. Okay, dito makikita natin ano ba yung mga pwede natin maging trabaho kapag kayo ay nag-aaral ng HumSS. Kayo ay nasa strand ng HumSS. Okay? Siyempre, yung psychology, education, criminology, communication arts. Okay? Yung mga kurso na yan ang pwede ninyong maging kurso after this HumSS strand. Okay. So, ito pa yung mga other career choices na related sa HumSS, di ba? Ayan, tingnan nyo na lang. Advice worker, civil service career, charity officer, community development worker, ang dami. Di ba? May kinalaman talaga sa community. Na usually, ang ginagawa yan ng mga social worker. Okay, meron ka pang legal careers, local government careers, mediator, analyst, HR o human resource officer, probation officer, police, prison officer, psychologist, okay, social researcher, substance misuse worker, lecturer, okay, victim care officer, volunteer coordinator, ayan, tsaka youth worker. So, ang dami niyong pwedeng maging career when you are in HumSS or humanities and social sciences. So, ito naman yung subject natin, Sa konti lang naman ito. Community using different perspective, example, social sciences, institutions, civil society, and local or grassroots level. Okay, social sciences and community. As you have learned in your disciplines and ideas in the social sciences, back in grade 11, binabasa ko when you talk of social sciences, you are referring to the different disciplines under its wings like anthropology, economics, history, political science, psychology, and sociology. Ayan, yan daw yung mga kabilang sa social sciences. Yan yung iba't ibang field ng social sciences. For the purpose of this discussion, we shall be taking political science and sociology separately. Okay? From the general social science perspective, a community is a group of people who are connected and related by virtue of their historical and cultural beginnings. They are connected dahil sa iisang historical and cultural beginnings nila. Diba? And identified through their geographical and ethnical attributes. Considering this definition, it could be seen as a historical and an anthropological perspective because, the community involves the beginning of the people as well as the traditions and practices which are common to them. Okay? Kaya nga, gaya nga sabi natin kanina, no? Usually yung community ay iisa ang pinanggalingang kasaysayan yan. Kung bakit nag-evolve ang ganong community dahil sa nangyari nung una. At dahil doon, nagkaroon sila ng common practices, common behavior, common culture, common tradition. Okay? So, political science sees community as the polis or state as composed of various classes, each performing roles and functions in pursuit of communal goals. Okay, political science. So, may kinalaman, ito ay politics. Diba? And according to Aristotle, he emphasized the role of political institutions in maintaining and sustaining order within a community. So, sa community, meron tayong tinatawag na politics. Okay, may politics dyan. At sila yung mga, itong mga taong na-involved sa politics, sila yung mula doon sa community na yon. At sila yung nagli-lead. Kagaya ng ating mga barangay captain. Siyempre, ikaw ay nakatira doon sa community na yon. Kabilang ka sa community na yon. Kaya, ikaw ay, tumatakbo sa pagiging barangay captain upang pangunahan mo yung iyong mga komunidad. Yan. Okay. This perspective gives us the idea that a community is seen as the proper venue where the roles and functions of the members of the different social classes are realized, and such role-taking must be looked into by the concerned political institution to sustain order therein. Okay? So, dito ay yung mga politicians natin, like yung ating mga barangay captain, okay, yung mga mayor, pinapatupad nila yung batas. Okay? At nakita nila ang role nila dito. So, sa pamamagitan nila, nasusustain daw yung order sa community. Okay? From the point of view of sociology, meron tayong Gemeinschaft at meron din tayong Gesellschaft. Okay? In other words, yung Gemeinschaft, ito yung rural community. Tapos yung namang Gesellschaft, ito yung urban community. Okay? Siyempre, ano ba yung rural community? Ito yung mga, ito yung lugar na kung saan, usually, di ba yung mga nasa probinsya? Okay? Mas konti ang tao, hindi masyadong populated, tapos hindi masyadong di ba? Walang ang tawag doon? Walang pollution, unlike sa mga urban community. Meron na. Kasi sobrang dami na ng tao. Okay? Maganda to. Gemeinschaft. A community is an aggregation of people with close bonding. Siyempre, yung mga nasa probinsya, magkakakilala sila. Halos magkakamag-anak, di ba? Pag may kinasal na isang kapitbahay, lahat, buong community yan, naghahanda, nagpe-prepare. Di ba? Ganyan sila magkakakilala. Okay? So, Gesellschaft, sa community sa urban, ibig sabihin, hindi masyado silang magkakilala. Okay? At bakit sila nandoon? Kailangan nilang magtrabaho kasi andun yung trabaho nila. Okay? So, they are loosely bonded. Yun. Institutions and community. When we talk about institutions, we are referring to the social institutions, the religious, educational, economic, and even medical institutions, and the mass media. Ito raw yung mga institutions. Merong religious, educational, economic, tsaka yung mass media. From their objectives, community is described as an aggregation of people or group of people, but they just vary on the objectives for coming together and what binds the members. Okay, in the institutions of religious faith, members are bonded together because of the shared creed, belief, okay, and religious practices. Okay? And syempre yung commitment sa kanilang faith. Okay? So merong meron tayong norms pagdating sa mga ganyang iba't ibang institutions. Okay? Their common objective is to empower people through their religion. Siyempre, ganun din naman guys pagdating sa iba pang social institutions like educational. Okay, ano naman ang kanilang focus or emphasis? To give or convey, share the knowledge that they have. Diba? Para sa kapakanan ng mga mag-aaral. Education. At hindi lang ito limited sa mga batang mag-aaral. Lahat. No? Lahat itong nasa academe. Yan. So, yan yung educational institution. Hospital, on the other hand, is also viewed as separate community because it is comprised of medical and paramedical practitioners who help satisfy the medical needs and issues of the people. Yan yung sa medical institution. Civil society and community. Civil society commonly embraces a diverse of spaces, actors, and institutional forms, varying in the degree of formality, autonomy, and power. Guys, itong civil society, ito yung iba't ibang mga organisasyon or NGO, sabihin natin, na mayroon silang common objective. Okay? For example, no, yung mga charity na NGO at saka yung mga advocacy groups. Yan. Kasama sila doon sa tinatawag nating civil society. Civil society adherents view community as being largely comprised of voluntary, civil, and social organizations, voluntary, and institutions that act collectively or individually on behalf of their larger community. So, ito yung iba't ibang, kung kayo ay nakasama na sa mga iba't ibang organisasyon, like yung mga volunteer organizations na may kani-kaniyang mga objectives at yung mga common values o kaya naman yung mga bakit sila nandoon sa grupo na yon. Diba? Magbigay nga tayo ng example class ng mga NGO na alam niyo. I'm sure meron kayong mga alam dyan na iba't ibang mga NGO o kaya volunteer groups na kasama kayo. Ako, yung sa POS, volunteer, Philippine Animal Welfare Society. Okay? Alam naman natin kung ano ang objective ng NGO na yon. Okay? Or ng volunteer group na yan. Okay? May iba't iba pa mga NGO like yung mga riders, di ba? Meron din sila. Basta ikaw ay SEC registered. Okay, yan. Ang mga organizations kasi yan. Okay, meron din kabalikat. Yan. So, marami pang iba. Okay, basta they are bound by common values, roles, and norms in the pursuit of their shared objectives. So, yan ang civil society. Okay, grassroots level and community. Ano naman tong grassroots? Grassroots refer to the ordinary people regarded as the main body of the organization's membership. Okay? It is at the most basic level of something down there in the dirt with the roots of an idea or activity. Ito yung pinakamagandang sinabi rito. It refers to the lesser fortunate members of a community, lesser fortunate, or the common people, or the farmers, or the fisher folks who seem to just be identified with the plow or the fishing net because they are the people considered as the ones literally down there and gets to be dirty as the toil with what they do best. Okay? So, ano ba itong in general, itong grassroots, sila yung mga member ng community na nangangailangan talaga ng tulong. Okay? Ng gobyerno dahil sa sila yung mga nasa pinakamababa o pinakamahihirap na mga grupo. Diba? O kaya yung ating mga mangingisda. O, kapag ka walang diba? Paano sila makakapangisda? Okay? Yung ating mga magsasaka, yung mga nasa agrikultura. O yan. So sila yung mga mas nangangailangan ng tulong ng gobyerno. Okay? So itong mga members ng grassroots na ito, they bond together. At nagiging isa silang sektor. Okay? Alam di ba? Meron tayong agricultural sector. Di ba? Sila ay nag-organize ng grupo nila para naman sila ay magkaroon ng boses at mapansin. Yan. Sila yung grassroots level. Ayun. So, that's it, guys, no? We have covered the 2 weeks of our lessons. Okay? So, next week, no, tutuloy-tuloy natin to hanggat wala pa talaga kayong magiging permanent teacher dito. At sana ay makipag-cooperate sa mga activities class, no? Ay meron tayong ibibigay, no? Kaya inad ko kayo sa class na G-class. Kailangan nandun kayo para sa mga activities at exam. Okay? Magre-gradean kayo. Kaya dapat ay maki-join, bahagi kayo doon. At after nito, class ay magbibigay ako ng engagement or evaluation. Okay? Para lang sa natutunan ninyo sa ating lesson for this week. Okay? And syempre yung attendance na rin, kasama na rin doon. So, I've said kanina, class, sa comment section, sagutan ninyo yung pinakita ko kanina. Ibabalik ko, ha? Ayan. How important is it for you to be part of a community you belong now? Why did you say so? Ayan. So, that's it for today, class. See you next week. Good afternoon.